Hey everybody, how's it going? So, quick video today. Take a look at the position that we've got here and have a think what you see. So the point of this is that really just to share one very, very simple way to improve your chess instantly. Instantly. That's just one thing to remember. One thing, and you'll just be better instantly. All right? So, the question is, are you a beginner? Are you an improving player, intermediate player, advanced player, or expert or master? That's the thing. Because I think what the beauty of this game is that almost any position can kind of reveal so much. And I'm going to use this as an example because I'm an intermediate player and I managed to lose this position. So here I'm playing with the white pieces, I'm a pawn up, my opponent's rated 1812 on Lichess, I was rated 1824 on Lichess. Now, it's white. So I've just moved my queen here, right? Not there. I've moved my queen here, and black plays bishop to d2. Now, so if you're a beginner, I would guess that you aren't going to see a tactic that I saw, right? But take a minute. Pause the video because I see a tactic that I think will win material. Okay, so pause now and I'll show you what I saw. Okay, so what I see is this, that the bishop has now moved from a square where it was defended to a square where it is still defended. Here it was defended by two pawns. Here it's defended only by the queen. It's also in a position where it's attacked by my queen. So it's attacked and defended. So that's a kind of type of tension. Now what I saw is, if I could somehow deflect the queen from the defense of this bishop by getting it off this diagonal, or by blocking this diagonal, perhaps I could win material. Okay? And so that's what I thought. So what I came up with was pawn to f4. Pawn to f4 attacks the queen and attacks this pawn, right? Queen can't take because g takes and I win black's queen and win the game. But if I play f4, right, and pawn takes, then the black's pawn is going to be in the way of the queen's defense. So the bishop's no longer defended and I can win the bishop. Okay, you see that? Okay, so that's intermediate thinking. I saw that. And then I did a very important thing, which is I stopped thinking. Right. Now, if you are an advanced, expert, master, titled player, then you may have seen something else in this position. And that's what I didn't see. And the reason that I didn't see it is because I'm an intermediate player. But the reason I'm an intermediate player is because I saw the tactic and I stopped thinking. I didn't stop thinking because I'm an intermediate player. It's the other way around, right? I'm an intermediate player because I saw something that a beginner won't see, right? And then I thought, that'll do. And here I think I've got 6 minutes on the clock. Right, there's no rush. This is like a 10-minute game or a 15 plus 10, whatever. And there's plenty of time. But what I did was stopped thinking. So let me show you how the game transpired. Now, if you are better at chess than me, you may have seen what was about to happen. Okay, so I play f4. All good. My evil plan is going perfectly. E takes f4. Great. Now, I'm not here saying that my opponent saw what was going on. They might not have seen it either, but that's not the point. The point is that my real enemy here is me. By the way, I'll just tell you what the eval is here, right? The eval, according to Stockfish, is plus 0.9 for white here because I'm a pawn up. I have this H pawn and black doesn't have an H pawn, right? So, but with this move, minus 1.8, that's putting black almost 2 pawns in front, even though black is a pawn behind. But at this point in time, black's bishop is hanging. Why? Pause if you need to and figure out what was wrong with my thinking. In fact, let's put it this way. There was nothing wrong with my thinking up to this point. This was absolutely right. Okay? The problem is I stopped. I stopped thinking. Okay? So what do? I grab the bishop. And now can you see it? Now do you see it? To quote Ms. Beth Harmon. Okay? Now my queen is on a square where she is undefended. My queen is aligned with black's queen. The only thing in the way is a lousy pawn, but that pawn can step forward 1 square and hit my king, putting my king in check. There's nothing my queen can do about it, and I resign. Okay? Do you see it now? To quote Beth, this is the problem. Now, so what should I have done? What should I have done here? This is a game loser. I thought it was a game winner. And the reason I thought it was a game winner, because I saw part of the way down, wins. And then I didn't bother to see the continuation with a check. Right? And I didn't notice the fact that my queen would be lost. Okay, what I should have done is something simpler. So strategically, I don't have to do much. The center of the board is all blocked up, right? The A file is blocked up. So then you look at, for example, what are my weaknesses? Now, black's bishop is in a great position here. Okay. Now, for example, if my king had moved, right, I could even take this. In fact, let me show you a trick. Let me show you a quick trick. I'm going to pull up chess.com analysis board, okay? Right, so I've just copied the fen. The fen is the position, okay? So I'm going to load this, and it is white to move. So I'm going to put on evaluation. Okay. Now, in fact, let me go. I'm going to reload this. So what we want to do is we want to set up position. Okay, so I'm going to paste that into the fen. Okay, this is the position. Okay. Now, it's white to move. Now, how do I do this? Let's figure this out. Okay, I'm in setup position, white to move, and you can see the eval here, according to chess.com, 0.7. So very similar. Now let's say white's king was here. Slightly worse. Slightly worse for white. Let's say white's king was here. That's now 1.2, right? So if we played from here, for example, I can do this and now say it's black to move. Still 1.3. And then you could, for example, do practice versus computer from this point and play it through. So you can see the difference. So here, Stockfish on maximum setting sacks the bishop because the bishop would be lost. And the reason the bishop would be lost is because there isn't a continuation of that pawn pushing and checking my king, you see? So let's just go back to the position. So what we should be doing from here, oops, not that one. What we should be doing from here is, an idea of getting my bishop from here to here is great because my weaknesses in the position are these two backwards pawns, right? So these could be targets for my opponent. Now, we've also got opposite coloured bishops, so the only piece that can capture these is really the queen, because notice the king can't penetrate here, 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 here. Any of these squares, the king can't get through, right? So we have a solid wall of stuff. The king literally cannot cannot get anywhere through this. Topologically, it's just not possible. Okay, so the only piece that could possibly capture these is black's queen. Now, my queen is currently defending all of my backwards pawns, but in general, a good strategic idea, I think, or positional idea, would be to get my bishop round to there, and then just gradually, get my queen over here somewhere, and start to squeeze up with my pawns and try and win that way. Okay, white is slightly better. The game could end in a draw. The game could end in white winning. The game really should not end in black winning with accurate play. Okay, so that's the difference. So really the point, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that the simplest way to improve your chess and to increase your rating, become a better player, is don't stop thinking. Right? Its calculation is if this then what? Okay, so if I do this, okay, so let's think it through. Okay, I do this, pawn takes, I take, leaves my queen in line with their queen, but then their pawn is here. Oh, their pawn can move here with the discovery on my queen and check, and I lose, right? That's what you do. Now, I would say that expert players would look at that position, they would consider this, right? And then they go takes, takes, oh no, right? And that's how long it would take. And then they'd scrap that idea, scratch it and move on to something else, right? I didn't, because I committed the sin of stopping thinking, okay? So that's it. So the point here is give yourself a present, right? Give yourself the gift of not stopping thinking, right? You think you've done something, you go, okay, if that, and just practice going one level deeper. Just one more move. If I do this, right, let's say I do this and they do that, okay, and I do this, just ask yourself the question, what is my opponent's best move? You practice visualizing the board when that pawn is here, right, and your queen is here. You just have to visualize it in your mind's eye, and the only way to get better at doing that is to practice doing it. So there you go, simple stuff. Don't stop thinking, you'll be a better chess player. Thank me later. Thanks for watching the video, by the way, and if you haven't subscribed to Chess Bootcamp, please do. Do appreciate all your support. I'll see you soon.